My name's Doug, and I pretty much own and run Next Generation's Vintage Market. And when I say own and run, I mean I do everything. I'll run the cash register, I'll fix a window, I'll clean the floors, I mean, whatever it takes to keep the place going and not have to pay someone else a whole bunch of money to do it. I've owned it over 11 years. Well, it's hard to think of anything in particular, because it gets pretty crazy stuff in here sometimes. I did have one of my vendors bring in an antique dentist chair that took 4 or 5 people to even lift it up and move it. I'm thinking this is going to be a great seller. I know I'm not going to move it, but it was just antique and really old one. And I'm thinking, I don't like to go to the dentist a whole lot, and I'm sure a lot of people don't, but when I look at one of them old dentist chairs, I'm thinking, I don't know how anybody would have wanted to sit in that thing. And finally, she had to take it out because it never did sell. But it was pretty wild. Well, some of the really cool things that are going around here is, people think, just come in and buy an antique or some old thing. But actually, if y'all watch some of the movies and series that have been filmed around here, like Reservation Dogs or the Tulsa King and some of the movies, and I can't think of the ones being filmed right now, but I know all the buyers for all these. They've got my number, and they keep coming from each. They work on each one of these series like the same people a lot of times. And so the Reservation Dogs, I get all these thank you cards from them when the things are done, and some things I loan them, some things I sell them. But it's really cool because I watch these series and I go, oh yeah, that's my metal detector. Okay, cool. So it's kind of neat seeing the things in the background they're using, and they got it from my store. But then again, the size of my store and as much stuff as I got, that's why they like it, because they can find almost anything they want here. My vendors, the good thing about my vendors is they're so diverse in what they sell. So they bring in cool stuff that I wouldn't even think about selling. So without saying like certain items or anything, I'm just glad that they're selling other things besides video games, toys, comic books, and records, because if I was the only one selling in here, that's all it'd be in here. So it's good that there's other things that are really cool things like vintage clothing and antique tools and things like that I know nothing about. And jewelry. I sell a lot of jewelry. I don't know anything about jewelry, but I sell a lot of it. So it's kind of cool to have that stuff in here. I don't know anything about it. Why shouldn't they? They come in here and get a great deal. I mean, again, I got some are older. I got over 80 vendors, and I've got 10,000 square feet. So, I may not have everything, but I either did or I will. So, you're going to find a lot of stuff in here. Plus, I tell my vendors, you don't have to give it away, but keep it reasonable. And most of them do. So it's kind of hard to find something at a better price. And sometimes it's just hard to find something anywhere else. It feels great because I know it's the best antique store in Tulsa, but when I hear everybody else tell me that, that's when I know I've got it. That's how I know I'm a winner on that one.